Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning. Your girl is back home. She still got her pain in her leg, got her pain everywhere. Pain everywhere. Pain everywhere. In the London, USA. So good morning, early risers. Guys, I wake up early this morning. I got to go this morning when I woke up. I said, all right, I was going to go live. And I said, no. I said, let me just spend the time and go visit some channels and stuff like that while I was still laying down. And then I got up, get the kids together. But I am in so much pain. I'm in pain, guys. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Then my leg there. But this morning I was going to run late. So we're going to be back home by now. And I get a call. I said, where you at? I said, we're getting ready. At this time, we were just putting on our shoes to get ready. So we get a ride real quick. So the baby was on time for school this morning. But in the evening, we will ride in the evening. But that leg still hurts so bad, you know. So good morning. Good morning. So I had on my swim thing there. And I noticed my stomach is going down. It's going down, you know. And a little bit bloated right now and have some pain up in there. But it'll be all right soon. It'll be all right pretty soon, you know. But my leg, I don't know why that pain in my leg. I have no clue. But good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm gonna get me a cup of tea and then I gotta do some work. I got some work to do, some paperwork. So I gotta do that and then ride my bike. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then the boy is here working on his computer. Look at him like a little celebrity kid. What are you doing? So he working on his big old giant computer, you know. That's what he working on. So good morning. And I didn't even know today was show and tell till I picked this thing up. They are show and tell today at this school, and I didn't even know that. Sometimes you're not keeping abreast of what's going on. Sometimes, so didn't know that, you know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But everything is going good so far. Everything is going good so far. I think, but I'm in so much pain. Last night we went to bed so early, family. I set up a premiere yesterday. I go through my phone and I found me a video and I said let me set that video up as a premiere. So to everyone that watched that video last night, I was not in the chat last night. I was not. So I want to say a big thank you for everyone. You know, the chat was watching me instead. So big shout out to everyone that was in the chat and thank you all for stopping by. And thank you for checking out Resilient Queen channel because this is Resilient Queen channel and she does showcase her life. Not everything about her life yet, but she showcased what she can, the junk, the good, the bad, the indifferent. So problems like with cars, if I'm cooking, with my children, bonding with my kids, getting on their nerves, they get on my nerves. You will see all of that on there, you know, along with all the crap. But it's good crap. There's a good crap, bad crap. We have mixtures of everything. So I want to say big thank you to everyone. And then yesterday, I was doing a live, but the phone I was on, I noticed only one name I had seen popped up. So if anybody else was there, because I know how they he done it to me before when I use another phone. So if anybody that was there or so, big shout out to you. Thank you all so much. Guys, I'm gonna have to take a painkiller. I was trying not to. What are you doing, Jaden? What are you doing?
Doing these things.
Yeah. And then we hope to get some good results. So we're keeping our fingers crossed, guys. I get a call yesterday. Yesterday evening, I get a call. I remember I was watching somebody. I think live. They were live, and I watching somebody, and I get the call right in the middle of the live. You should see the fastest. When you have the phone in your hand, the fastest you answer that phone. I just took that button because I saw who was calling because I saved the number. And they called and they said, because I was thinking that I would have to go do the run up and down to do this stuff. And the person called me and said, "Do you want me to do them?" I said, "Okay, do it." And then we just work something out. And he said, "Okay then, because I don't got no right to keep going up and down." And then I have a ton of dirty clothes to wash. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, family. So keep your fingers crossed, and resilient queen. You know, that's a little mama with her two little boys. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're not good. That's life. That's reality. What I do with my not good so good is what I do with it to turn my life around or turn situations around. Turn cornmeal into cornmeal. Turn cornmeal. So turn the cornmeal into turn cornmeal so I can turn it around. I was watching a video yesterday and I saw somebody create something. I don't know what is that they created. They put some flour, sugar, salt, cinnamon, 2 eggs, and so I said I'm gonna try that. It's like fried dumpling, but it's not fried dumpling. They call it something else. I'll go try that. But try the way they do it. Ooh, I'm in so much pain, family. Ooh. Every time I'm in pain, this song always come. The pain that you're feeling. Remember, you have class, babe.
I guess what I'm doing. I just found this out. While I'm in class waiting, if I get bored, you know what I could do? I'm going to stay. You know what? Where we can make my screen blurry and not blurry.
Yeah, but I don't want you to mess this computer up. This is your third computer now. You're like a home record. That's third computer, man. You work all the computers. The other day you even get mine or you damage mine.
Huh?
So don't mess this one up.
I want to see you charge.
I would have to get you one of those desktop computer where he can, because you see me, he's into computer. Plus, he have background in computer, not on my end, but on the other side. Very high in computer. So he get that kind of genes there, technology running his blood. Not from me, but from the other side.
I got all good.
You.
Mommy, look what I'm seeing.
What time is it for you to go in your class? 8:22. Okay.
And I'm in class waiting.
You already in class?
I'm a doctor. Look, Mom.
Turn it around. Let me see. You're a doctor. How do you get that?
Get that? You know where I go to my blurry section? I go to here, to my blurry section, and then you see this video?
On Zoom you could do that.
Don't go into this video. Instead, go to this one, or this one, or this one. You can change. Look.
I did not know that on Zoom, guys, you could do all of that. I had no clue.
And look, Mom, I'm a cool guy.
Let me show you what you do. Let's see. Show them what you do.
Want to try too? Put your face right.
Show them how you put the mask on.
Mommy, look. Mask.
Oh, look at my face. This boy is so there. Show them the mask. Where did you put the mask on?
Mask?
Look at this boy. This is on Zoom, I didn't even know. I gonna have to look at my work. Oh, I got a mask. Oh! I tell you, your kids will show you things you would never see before in your life.
I got a Zoom hat.
You got a Zoom hat?
Yeah, just put your shit right there.
Let me see.
See, say Zoom.
Okay.
You want Zoom hat?
You got
Just
a
go.
Zoom. Show me Zoom hat. Where's the Zoom hat?
Come on, Zoom hat.
You gotta click it again. Show me the Zoom hat.
Go back to pizza. And go to Zoom hat.
Oh, I got the Zoom. All All right, all right, all right.
Zoom hat. Huh?
Oh my God! You
So while
see,
I'm waiting in the
technology,
breakout room,
eh?
while I'm waiting to log in the class, I can do this. So I
Oh
don't
no,
get too
then you're gonna
bored.
be so distracted. I don't. I wouldn't encourage that.
Why?
You could do it now, but after because then you're gonna be so distracted because your mind is focused on something else. That's not.
I'm a pig.
You're a pig.
Look, Mom, I'm a pig.
On Zoom, I did not know that. Oh, I gotta check my Zoom out when I go on Zoom.
You might not have it, but look, I'm a deer.
You're a who?
A deer.
Oh, well, you look like a deer.
And I'm a cool guy.
And you're a cool guy. Yeah, you look nice in your black glasses. You're a pizza head.
Ha.
Zoom head.
Ooh. I can't look that.
Oh my God. Oh, all right, let me go make me some tea. You want your fruits?
No, I'm good.
I know you're good because I get up and fed you a big old bowl of cereal. Tell him, let's go ride the bike. Here, this boy to me this morning. Mama, not unless you feed me. You know, I had to lay down in the bed, let they lay down there, and then I feed them. Ooh, I got that application and I forgot. Ooh. Huh? All right, time to get in your class. I brushed my teeth this morning, but I haven't eaten nothing. When you brush your teeth and not eat nothing, it make your mouth white. Yeah. Brush my teeth, use the mouthwash, and that was it. I get some tube thing to rub on my foot yesterday. So I gotta rub it on there. Because it hurt bad. Oh yes! This gel thing here, this one is real good. Somebody in my elderly church brother give it to me. So, but this one really good. This one, really good. He give it to me. So I gotta put some on there. That's this pain, I'm telling you. Yes. Whew. So I hope everybody doing good today. Thank you all so much. Appreciate. Thanks to all the likers, the shares, the commenters, the well wishers, to everybody who's supporting Resilient Queen silently, publicly. The commenters, the well wishers. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you all. You know, I appreciate you all, but Resilient Queen is going through so much right now, but I'm holding on. So thank you all so much. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Big up to everybody, you know. And big up to my moderators too. Big up to them, you know.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
What is it? Yeah, it's time for you to start logging to class, baby. Log into class is
I
8:28.
write this like I read that.
Oh, you already in class?
Yes.
But did you finish Epic yesterday?
Yeah.
For Friday too?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So now while I'm waiting, I can just go into this thing. It's still in class. I'm not gonna log me out of class. So when they log me in, then this thing is gonna go away and I can't go on when I'm logged. I'm cool, guys. But not
No. No. This cake will scream like you're coming a child here, and that's how they scream. Like the cake. So I like some green tea. Nice and cool. Gonna drink there. Got me some avocado. Whew. So yes, man. So big shout out to each and every one of you. You know, to everybody who you see always, whether they meet me in the shorts, they meet me in
But that's
the.
our rainbow.
Okay, Jaden. All right, you're doing too much now.
Huh?
You're doing too much now.
I'm still in Zoom. My friend just click this X button.
Technology is something else.
Mommy, I just found that out yesterday.
Technology on the rise, and that's not gonna help you if you don't learn to read.
Read.
Yeah.
I don't know how to read that.
You're so funny. So what are you trying to say? You know how to read?
No, I do not get this.
Oh well, I guess you know how to read then. You're gonna learn. You're gonna know what to do. Oh, and then I got some garbage to take downstairs and so forth. So let me turn this TV down. Is that Akon?
No, it's pretty crazy. I mean,
Who is that? Oh, that's not Akon.
believe it or not,
I thought it was
did a
Akon.
supporting character in Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie, and I really fell in
Kerry
love with
Washington.
the action, but I haven't had the opportunity. But the great thing about producing is you get to create opportunities for yourself. So I knew when I read the script that it was something I wanted to be a part of.
And the good thing I'm not feeling hungry. Probably I just need to just get me a cup of tea. 'Cause we did some baked macaroni and cheese last night with some wings. Yes.
After this class, was that another class?
You got a class. You got today's Friday. You have class till 10.
Another?
No, after 10 o'clock. That's it. Your class finished today is Friday, right? So your class finished after 10. And that's it. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. Just stay in there. Get what you need to get done. And then you have your other schoolwork to work on. That we can work on together. Ugh.
I mean, Lupin is incredible.
So good morning. Ooh, Lord.
He's had such an incredible career. You know, he's one of
And then I'm just praying for all the things that I'm doing there too. Everything just work out for the greater good. Work out for the greater good. You know what I mean, people? And then I got me 2 bags of garbage right there to take out. I bagged them up yesterday. I got to take them up, but not right now. Guys, not right now. And I'm just praying. Always praying. I get up this morning. I'm always praying, you know. I pray softly sometimes. I just get up and I just say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for life. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. You know, I'm just giving him honors, giving him praise. And it's not just in the morning time. And I hug my kids and I just pray with them and do everything, you know. And listen to the voice.
hadn't met, no, we were just fans from afar. But also, I need to
It's
say
good.
that little boy who plays our son.
It could take a little bit more sugar, but I don't want. I want no more sugar. I just need it. I had 4 of these spoons, and the kids lost them. Kids, you know, they eat them with yogurt, and they throw them in the bin, especially when they buy the styrofoam plates. Yeah. Oh, he's from Africa.
And again in the afternoon, like we have like stunts on our own and stunts together just all day. But it was really good. Yeah.
Not
Oh.
just how to shoot a weapon, how to load the weapon, clean the weapon, hold it realistically.
Yeah. It was like a camp, you know. And before shooting, I think it was a good way to start to know each other, trust each other. It was a very good process. Yeah.
He looks like Akon, but wow.
The training together, even like
So blessed morning to each and every one. I want to see what the lady listen. Oh, we move on to April already. So to all my Aries brothers and sisters, you know, I have a friend who born April 19.
and Mark Cherry and that whole crew.
All the Aries.
Excited to be in development on kind of a
Yeah.
what would this Wisteria Lane be now?
What is the lesson? Let me see. I haven't read my books for a good look a while. Yesterday was May 1st, and they say, "You are on the part of my choosing." That was the lesson yesterday. There is no randomness about your life. I should have. Here and now. Compromise the coordinates of your daily life. Most people let their moments slip through their fingers. Half lived. They avoid the present by worrying about the future or longing for a better time and place. They forgot that they are creatures who are subject to the limitations of time and space. They forgot their Creator, who walks with them only in the present. Every moment is alive with my glorious presence. To those whose hearts are intimately connected with mine. As you give yourself more and more to a life of constant communion with me, you will find that you simply have no time for worry. Thus, you are freed to let my spirit direct your steps, enabling you to walk along the path of peace. Oh, that was a lesson for yesterday, and it was also scripture in quoted from Luke 12, verse 25 to 26, and Luke 1, verse 79. Oh, that was a lesson for yesterday. Good morning, motivator. How are you? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Saludos. Good morning. I'm doing good this morning. How you doing? Good morning, Sandra. Good morning. I'm doing good, just in a little bit of pain, but I'm doing good. So that was yesterday's lesson. So let me see what today's lesson is about. So yesterday's lesson was you are on the part of my choosing. Okay. And I'm on that part right now. I am on that part. So today's one was with okay, I'm just enjoying a cup of mint tea. It said living independence on me is the today's lesson. This is May 2nd. Living independence, not independent. Living independence on me is the way to enjoy abundant life. You are learning to appreciate tough. How are you enjoying with Naomi? Give me one quick second. I mean, these scammer call, they just call you anytime. And I have to answer the phone because I'm expecting some call. So let's go again. So mate 2. Living independence on me is the way to enjoy abundant life. You are learning to appreciate tough times. Woo-hoo, because they amplify your awareness of my presence. I can relate. Tasks that you used to dread are becoming rich opportunities to enjoy my closeness. When you feel tired, you remember that I am your strength. You take pleasure in leaning on me. I am pleased by your tendency to turn to me more and more frequently, especially when you are alone. Get in your class, young man. When you are with other people, you often lose sight of my presence. Your fear of displeasing people puts you in bondage to them, and they become your primary focus. When you realize this has happened, whisper my name. This tiny act of trust brings me to the forefront of your consciousness where I belong. As you bask in the blessings of my nearness, my life can flow through you to others. This is abundant life. And if you want to know where this person paraphrase all this from, is from Proverbs 29 verse 25 and John 10 verse 10. Ain't that beautiful? So that's the lesson for today. And this is the book that I'm reading. This book give you for the 12 months of the year. Every day it gives you something. Every single day. But I haven't read it in a while. But these two. Living independence on me is the way to enjoy abundant life. Wow. And trust me, we will enjoy it, once we know it. But I like the fact that they say, when you are with other people, you often lose sight of my presence. That's a powerful statement. It's sometimes we're around so many things. It not just have to be people. Could be anything that you're doing outside and distract yourself from the true purpose of how we should live as a person, as an individual. You know what I mean? And it depends on how we affiliate our circles. You know, what is that circle? And sometimes the circle don't even have to be people. It could just be the things that we're doing, which is within the circle that we're doing, the path we choose. I'm telling you. Your fear of displeasing people puts you in bondage to them. That's another powerful one, you know, because many people think that we have to please others. Everything we do, we must do it to please others. Not pleasing to God, but to please others. For others to love us. Be ourselves. We don't have to do things to please others. We just be ourselves. The more we be ourselves, the more He will make that pathway. As He said, you are on the path of my choosing. He will continue to make that path clear for you. But we have to learn. But we do realize in the end when we learn. Because they will become your primary focus. And that's why in this world, I let nothing weigh me down from what is bothering me, which is my problem. Because I can't take the world problem. I can find solution to help alleviate the things that I don't want to be, to take me up. And that's why everything begins with us. We gotta be aware. Awareness is the key. That's why they say he said you're learning to appreciate tough times because they amplify your awareness of my present. And that's so true. When we learn to dread the tough times of life, we start to really think deep and dive into a lot of stuff. Because even with me, I'm looking at the tough times that I'm going through. And I said to myself, yes, nothing is not a coincidence. It meant to happen so it could shift a lot of things maybe that was going on or was about to go on or was about to happen for me to shift back my focus where it need to be shifted. You know? I don't just overall I'm in so much pain. Whew. Thank God for humor. Thank God for deep breath. Sometimes you just in so many pain and you just take a deep breath and you just for that quick second.
Disney has become the world's largest wish granter for Make-A-Wish, and amazingly, granting a wish every hour of every day. If you want to help,
So I like it. I like it. You're learning to appreciate tough times because they amplify your awareness of my presence. And anybody who can relate to tough times understand what tough time is in your life. Your tough time could mean you're battling a sickness. And then that's when you realize, you know what, I need to lean more onto my father. Even if you were a person who out there were not a Christian, and even if you were a Christian but you're going through stuff and you said, but why am I giving my life to God and God not helping me or so? But because we're not leaning enough to Him. But when we realize that these things are happening, the tough times are really toughing us up. It's preparing us and so forth. Then we start to realize that, what? We need to lean more to Him and not unto our own understanding. And those tough times are what gonna strengthen us. And everybody tough time gonna be different. My tough time now is out of a car, out of a lot of stuff. But that's my tough time. What am I doing with my tough time is finding the right ways to go about stuff, not just jumping because I can jump, but to stop, think, analyze, assess the situation, and see how best I can solve it with minimal distraction or minimal stress level, because stress is something that can just scoop up real quick when you're going through tough times. And if you don't have enough strength in you to go on and enough faith in you to grant you the strength you need to go on, it's going to be hard. So everybody tough time could be different. You could be battling a terrible illness, but your faith keep you going. You could battling pain, like me going through pain, but your faith, you believe that everything will be okay, will keep you going. Your good sense of humor, the things that we use to cope, the coping mechanism that we're going to use to cope in tough times. Read the Bible, you know, reach out to a pastor, reach out to a church sister, a church brother, somebody that can guide you along the way and help lead you in the paths of righteousness, where they can help preach to you, and they can help guide you even if you weren't a believer. They can help steer us back, and reading the word for ourselves. We can always have people help us to understand a scripture that we didn't understand when we read it. Because some scriptures, when you read them, you don't get the interpretation right away. You don't get that message right away. Sometimes you read it and you have to read it a few more times in order to get the message that you really need to deliver to yourself first and foremost, because in order for you to deliver anything to someone, you have to understand what is it exactly it is asking of you to do. Anything at all we're going to do, the word of God, the whatever we're trying to pitch or anything, we have to understand it for ourselves. you know it's like pain. When you go through pain, you understand other people pain because you've been through it. You have that tough time where you just have to bite your lip. It's like when they say you're piercing your ears, you gotta bite your lip because you don't want to shift and then you tear your whole ears piece out, or so many things. So we have to understand what we are going through to understand others. Whew. And the part that it said, tasks that you used to dread are becoming rich opportunities to enjoy my closeness. You know, like the prolonging things. We all have things that sometimes we procrastinate. Oh, I'm gonna clean up my garden. Oh, I'm gonna get my winter coats up. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna, and we dread there for so long, you know. But they're preparing us. They're preparing us, and we just have to keep pushing. That's why when we're driving, and I'm not talking literal driving, when we're driving to success, we know success is out there, so we keep driving. We keep telling ourselves, we can do it. We can do it. I'm going to keep pushing ourselves. Sometimes you have to detour a little bit to understand what is your true purpose. Because not everybody being find their purpose quick right there and then. Not everybody is gifted like that. Some of us, we have to drive and go around the corner, come back around. It's like we have so many people who open businesses and so many different businesses, and sometimes they fail. It's not fail because they weren't a good person or a good business person, but it's just that that wasn't their niche that was set for them. That wasn't their purpose. But in order for them to understand their purpose, sometimes is the failures that are gonna come with those failed business or failed mindset or failed opportunities. Hear somebody say, "I missed my opportunity." We call it failed opportunities. You miss it, so you failed it. Not literally sometimes that you actually fail this stuff, but those missed opportunities, you fail them because you miss them. And then sometimes you're going out of those opportunities. But guess what? Those opportunities are preparing us to be a better person. And even if we're not better for the next opportunity, it's also preparing us for guiding our children. If we have children, guiding, or even if you don't have children, you have your niece, your nephews, your cousins, whatever, to show them, hey, I've been here before, and I didn't capitalize in this, or I didn't utilize this, or I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. So now I can share because I have experience, you know? And with experience, that's how we are able to pass on the knowledge, the understanding of a lot of stuff that we've been through. And we think that we don't have to have them make the same mistake as what we made. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, they're gonna bump their own toe for themselves. But because of those failed stuff we had taught them, and when I mean taught them, we share our journey with them and so forth. Then when they bump their toe, and even if they come about the same thing as us, they realize, but wow, whoa, 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 hold on, what am I doing? They can catch themselves and so forth. Because to be honest, sometimes somebody guiding you along the way, but when we're stuck in a certain way, we don't see the things that they were showing to us until we're about to go down that rabbit hole. We're going to be in that claustrophobic place now. Then we have to say, wait, I remember somebody was telling me that if you go here, they have this opportunity here for me, and I could just go there and maybe do a 3-week course or something, and then I could get the certificate, and then I'm on my way. Because sometimes when you're saying, you know what, I want to try for myself first, and nothing wrong with you trying for yourself. Okay, that's how you're gonna learn that. Hey, I tried for myself and it didn't work, so I need a team effort. You know what I mean? I need nothing wrong with that, because the first sign of help with anything is with you. It start with us. And he said, I am pleased by your tendency to turn to me more and more frequently, especially when you are alone. And trust me, when you're alone, you gain so much knowledge, so much experience, so much understanding of a lot of stuff. Because you get the time to think, you get the time to. So you see nothing wrong with you being alone, because sometimes when you be alone, it's just for you to rejuvenate. It's like you go fill up your gas tank and you go to the gas station and put some gas up in your car just for it to keep going again, because it's alone now. It's running out of gas. It can't take all of us to where it needs to go, because it's time for it to reload. And once you reload, then it's all good again. You're all ready, energized, and ready to take on the challenge, ready to take on this world. Everybody interpretation will be different. I mean, everybody views will be different. Everybody's perspective. The way we see things, the way we understand stuff. That's what gonna make this world go around. You okay, Jay? And I like the fact that he said, because I do this all the time. He said, when you realize this happened, whisper my name. I've been in tough situation where only thing I could do is like whisper. Like I shared before, I said sometimes you're out there and people tell you can't do this, you can't do that, because they didn't come up with the idea, so they're gonna try as much as possible sometimes to shun you of what you can and cannot do. And you have to whisper and say, yes, I can. You have to literally whisper to God, let He hear you. He answer prayer and say, Lord, I know I can do this. And that's why you have a lot of people out here now that say, you know what? I was an underdog. You will hear they say I was an underdog. They're underdog for many years because people doubt them. A lot of us become underdog for years because people did not have no faith in us. They didn't believe in the capabilities of us. They thought our capabilities was nothing. Because you gotta remember, you have people who are so clever, and then when they realize you with your little small, they call it small brain, come up with visions, missions, different perspective, different views, different ideas about stuff, and you start to share. Nobody want to be on your team because you know what? They're looking at you as failure. They judge you from their standpoint. You gotta remember, people judge you from their standpoint. They don't judge you from your standpoint. They judge you from their standpoint because why I say standpoint is because that's the way they perceive us. If I'm talking here and somebody here listening or so, when I mean judge, they don't have to be judging you wrongfully. They could be judging us, no, that's not the way I would have done it or anything. Doesn't mean they have to judge you wrong. It could just be different, judgment, with different perspective on how, based on the conversation or so forth. But we all gotta understand and remember that people's standpoint is not your standpoint. And that's why, and I believe in the beauty of different perspective. And Sandra said, you are so right. Yes, Sandra, we have to understand the standpoint, Because people's standpoint, if you follow standpoint, we never achieve. You know how many times people look at me and tell me I can't do something? And then in the end, when they say I determined to pull it off, you gotta be determined because sometimes even the people who tell you you can't, they're challenging you. Because sometimes they don't mean no harm. You gotta understand, not everybody mean you harm. You have people who mean you harm and you have people who don't mean you no harm. You have people who just want to see you strive and everything, but they want to challenge you to see if you're gonna break. I was listening, you said finishing making lunch and listen. Oh, you're making lunch. What are you making for lunch? I like food, so I like to hear about food. Yes, thank you so much. So we gotta know our breaking points, know the standpoints and people's views are just the way. Because look at me, I'm interpreting this in my own perspective. But I read the passage, and you can go read it for yourself. It's in Proverbs 29 verse 25 and John 10 verse 10. Yes, more like they kind of paraphrase it, but you can go, oh, potatoes and lamb. Ooh, that sound good. What did you do with the potatoes? Mashed potatoes or did you bake it or so? So we have to know our standpoint, because even with the internet, we have so many different perspective and a lot of stuff. One issue, but so many different perspective, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, baked potato, yes, best one. Bake. I love baked potatoes. You know, so that's a yummy breakfast you're having right there. Some solid food. Solid. I love the different perspective because we learn. You say you love potatoes in 1,000 ways. Oh, that's nice. It's another 100.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes.
Hey, not clean your behind on the floor.
Guess what?
I didn't ask you for a mop.
Guess why I'm so happy? The teacher said she was gonna know this guy to better work, and I did that. Now,
It's time for me to break free.
for the one who wanted to stay, now what they got to do? You want to break that room and they can talk to them. You're gonna use.
Oh, and you are like a 5-star general ready to get out.
I can always go log back in because they said if we want to go log back in,
Yes,
we can.
yes, he happy.
But for now, I'm gonna sit back.
He happy. He get easily bored. He have ADHD, so he get easily bored. But I have some work for him. Look later.
Whoa, what?
Remember, we have deadlines to meet, baby. He said, "Mom, you just take my happiness out of me. You got some deadlines to meet, so don't get too hyper." But you can't go build your Legos. You want to build some Legos? Oh no, you ain't building no Legos in the kitchen. Okay, okay, cool. Thank you. All right. He love Legos. Yes, family. You know, I challenge myself. I challenge myself when my car broke down, and I tell myself, first thing, I said the first thing I'm gonna do after my car broke down. I didn't mad. I wasn't mad. I wasn't stressed out or anything. I was just thinking that why would my car embarrass me in the middle of the road?
Yo,
But then
please.
it break down right where it needed to be. Oh,
Let me do it. I know how. Thank you. Don't have close.
that's his Lego. Here.
It's like
When I do, we gonna take the garbage out, okay? Cause they
a
behind me.
massive suitcase.
Ooh, my leg. Ooh.
Man, why you keep driving? Man, I think you need a walking stick.
I need some lip gloss on my lip. That's what I need.
With your walking stick.
Give me a broom. Give me the
It still
broom.
be as a walking stick.
Yes, family. So don't give up off life. And remember, people's viewpoints is not your viewpoint. So, and even with the internet, when we put stuff out on the internet, be prepared to have people who are going to have different viewpoints, and which is their take on what we are saying. Nothing wrong with that. Some of them are going to be harsh reality, and some of them are going to be subtle reality. Some of them might just be rare. They just maybe one time come and say something about yours, and then some of them are going to really be a devastation of your character. But if you know who you are, those standpoints won't stick because you know who you are. Once you believe and you have faith and you know you're on that pathway to be chosen, you'll be good, you'll be surviving. You know, these darts that will be coming is because we put our life out here on YouTube, you know, this gallery that we want to be in. I call it a YouTube gallery. This YouTube arena that
Let me look, Dada.
we want to be in is not only gonna have the good things. And once you put your life out there, you're gonna get constructive criticism, and you're gonna get some harsh criticism that are gonna leave you some taste in your mouth, like you wanna knock the planet off the planet. You wanna knock Earth out of the planet. But it's not gonna worth your time, and it's not gonna worth your energy. You know, because yes, because the YouTube world is gonna be a world where you're not only gonna have the good things just floating around. Oh, resilient queen! Oh, look at you! You will have that, but is the scale gonna be balanced? No. Is the scale gonna be balanced? Not at all. So therefore, you're gonna have the people who are, most of them gonna be constructive in their criticism. Is depending on how we, which is the content creators, are gonna look at those criticism, and some of them gonna be so rude, so distasteful that ingredients you don't want to consume. You don't even want to buy the ingredients if you see it on the shelf. So we have to know the standpoint of people and understanding where they're coming from based on the things that when we put out there. Because once you put your life out there on YouTube, hey, you are prone to anything that's gonna come at you. Doesn't mean you have to accept them. You know what I mean? You don't have to open the door. Come on in, come on in. You don't have to accept them. You know? And the only thing I will say though, when the harsh reality of life comes at you, being a content creator, you also will have to stand up and address them. You don't have to argue with these people. You don't have to go to the point where because they ruin you, because they will be ruined themselves only a matter of time. You know what I mean? Because the truth always wins. You say, yes, Queen, I have to go now to finish meal for our lunch. So see you next time. Thank you for your kind hospitality. Okay, thank you for your for keeping the chat going here with me. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Manage love and respect, and you have a blessed day. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sandra. Yes. So we're not gonna be escaping nothing in this world. But one thing we can escape is keep praying and say, God, I put my life out here on this planet, out here in this gallery because I wanted to be in that gallery. It's like that song say, oh, I want to be in that number. We all wanted to be in that number. And now we're on YouTube, which is the number we wanted to be in. We wanted to be on YouTube. We wanted to be a content creator. For most people who want to be a content creator, because to be frank, not everybody on YouTube wants to be a content creator. They just want to have a little storage for when if they should not be here no longer, then their grandkids, their kids, or whosoever gonna come up in the generation that don't know who they were can also get an opportunity to go back and say, let me go visit back Nana channel, or let me go visit back Mama channel and see what Mama was all about and learn something about their parents or grandparents that they would never possibly learn. Because when I was growing up, I didn't even know I don't know my dad, mom. I don't know my dad, father. You know, I just know that I don't even know what my grandma by my father's side used to do. I have no clue. I just know my grandfather was a police officer. I had no clue about anything. So with this YouTube gallery, you see how the gallery is coming together where not everybody really out here to put their life to be a content creator, but some of them are putting their memories there so that their grandchildren, their children that are coming up that in the family, that probably when they grow older, they're no longer here. Or I am not no longer here. That content that I put out there will be there so they can always go back and check who was Resilient Queen, what kind of grandparents was I, or what kind of mother I was to my children. Or of course they ain't gonna see every kind of motherhood thing I used to do to my children. You understand? They ain't gonna see all of that, but at least they can get an insight into the kind of person I was as a mother to their father. You understand? When they grow older, if I don't live to see my grandchildren or anything, so they can just go back, boom, boom, boom. Let me type up Resilient Queen because my son will sure tell them about their mother, hopefully, say, hey, my mom was something else, or my mom was a trip, my mom was dead, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then they can go back and dig deeper and do some research and find out who was their grandmother. So when we look at the YouTube world, the YouTube arena, the YouTube gallery, it's really a platform to showcase so many things, your talent, your art from different way, whether cooking, hair, dancing, all these things. I'm tired of these calls. So once I'm just saying this, once you put your life out here like me, I put my life out here on YouTube. Young content creator now, we're not making any money here, so nobody ain't gonna want to talk about you. But as soon as you start to elevate and rise, you better make sure you have a broad back because you can guarantee to have, you might have reactors who react on you. They don't have to react on you in a negative way. Not all the time reactors react on everybody because that would be taking up a whole lot of their day. But if they see you're a hot commodity, that people are flocking or people are dreading about her, so then they will make you become a more of a hot commodity, sometime in a more negative light, because you are giving them a part of your life and they're going to dig up from, we would say, Wappy killing Philip, and
Mommy,
then they
look,
will
Dada.
combine those together. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wanna go to the zoo?
That's beautiful. Then they will he wanna show you guys what he did. That's beautiful, babe. Keep doing your work. So then they will dig up something on you and so on, say, oh, this person was this person was that, this person was lying, this person was that, because that's their content. That's their standpoint on you. That's their view based on what they interpret your content to be. That doesn't mean it's true. You understand? What they're saying doesn't mean it have to be true. But the only time I would recommend anybody to address anything about their life on YouTube, because remember, if you put your life on YouTube, it's bound to be vetted. It will be vetted because YouTube vet all of us. Everything will be vetted. Even when we're done with the live or so, they're vetting it. They probably sometimes have somebody who watched the channel and vet the channel while it was live going on. We don't know. You know what I mean? But we've been vet. We're vetted. Every day you put your life on YouTube, we're gonna be vetted. Sometimes you will put some videos out there, some songs or something, then you hear copyright. Why? Because we've been vetted. It was vetted, and they, from their conclusion, they say, okay, we can play this music or we can use this because if it look up inappropriate or something. So we're being vetted, regardless of how we look at anything we're going to look at. We are being vetted. Every day you put your life on YouTube, you're being vetted. Doesn't mean you have to be vet in a negative light. You have to understand. And to strike the balance of life, you can't just have sailing on the good. Because the stories that,
Mommy, look, Dada.
beautiful, the stories that we're sharing about how we became positive were from the negative. The things we've been through, the things we overcome, those are the things gonna make us over and be the positive person now, because we have already lived, we have already lived our life where we had our fair share of disappointment. And that's why it's not good to judge anyone, but we're still being judged because we're human being, and the mouth go across way, so automatically it will be judged. Not everybody judge people because they know where they're coming from. you know the people who understand and know where they're coming from and know where they're heading, they already know the path that they had been on. They already know how many times they get in trouble, and they say, you know what, I'm tired now, I need to make a difference. And those are the people literally making a difference now in this world. The people who already had their fair share. And as a content creator, aspire to be a content creator to young people and everything. If you don't make no errors in life, you're just sailing, and that's very good. But sometimes you don't want to wait till when you live your life, and then after, in the end, you take a detour to detour your life in the worst way.
Mommy, look, Dada.
So it's good to strike the balance now. And we don't have to wait on people to vet us, to vet ourselves. We can vet ourselves. Because sometimes I look at myself and I put some things on. I'm like, what? I'm vetting myself. And just remember, if you can say what when you vet yourself, somebody's out there saying, what? What was this? You know what I mean? So you have to, let's not say you, we have to be confident in what we're doing. Even when it look like it's nothing nobody want to listen to, look at, just be confident. Your confidence alone will have people want to look at you, because they say, you know what, regardless of she don't have a star content, or he don't have a 5-star content or anything, or A+ content, but this person keep going
Mommy, look, Dada.
because they're going the way they know how. When you're going the way you know how, it's easier for you to find that balance sooner or later. You will. But you can't let because somebody critique you, you feel like that's the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. That's just one aspect of your life being judged or being critiqued. What about the other part of your life? What about the other good part of your life? You know? So we have to look at different things to see how we can come.
Oh, yes, Mark.
Like you say, as you bask in the blessing of my nearness, my life can flow through you to others. And I relate with this so much when he said, my life can flow through you to others, because the people who share their story of how they overcome drugs, how they overcome being sex addict, how they overcome being abusive, and all these things, those people are going to make an impact on a lot of the people who are young people that are about to go down that path. They can help bring them out of that phase because they have a story to tell. You don't have no story. How are you going to relate to somebody who been in that position or in that position right now? You can't relate. You know, you may more become of a judgment to them than a relatable person to them. You see what I'm saying? You're more being a judgment call to them instead of trying to understand where they're coming from, because it's easier to route to the judgment as opposed to help somebody overcome what they need to overcome. But if we look at our past and said, oh, you know what, I was an alcoholic, I was a this, I was a that, I was the worst mama, I was the worst papa, and you share those with your children and you say, I don't want you to make the same mistake as me. Mind you, your children is going to make the mistake they want to make. But the foundation that you laid upon them is going to be the foundation that they're going to come back to. Because they remember what Papa said, they remember what Mama said. And they say, you know what? I don't need to be in this. I can do better than what I see. Like me, at an early age, I saw my mom with so many children, and I said, no way I'm having that much children. Very early as a young girl, I tell myself, nope. And anybody know me from day one, from high school days all the way up. They know me. They no tell I don't want no bunch of kids because I only got hands for 2 handbags. And that's how I used to look at them. I call them handbags. I only got 2 hands to walk with handbags. Kudos to everybody who have their children, because children are joy to have. But then I said, when I made those decisions, is that I said, what if I have children and I left with them? Then there is no point in me having a bunch of children because I'm going to be left with them. And trust me, after having children, your mental health is not the same. You had that bubbly mental vibes and energy going. Oh, you don't have that anymore.
Mommy, look at that.
You don't got all of that no more. Sometimes you got it. It's not every day you're gonna have it like when you were don't childrenless. You were childrenless. I mean, you don't have no children yet. You don't have that. You don't have that bubbly personality. Just get up and say, I'm gonna fix my hair, and I'm going. You don't have that no more, because all your attention is shift. Some of us is when your kids get look older. If you live to see they get older, then you start to enjoy your life. You see a lot of grandma now. They raise their children and they fight so hard to raise their children. Now you see they enjoying their stuff like little kids more because they didn't enjoy them because of the decision they made or the decision we are making if we have children. So even though we may look at life and I say, you know what, I don't want a bunch of kids. I'm sorry. I don't want a bunch of kids. And from earlier I said I only want 2 children. 2 is enough. Especially when your hopes or your imagination was so wild that I should have the the husband, the wife, the this. Yes, you get all of that, but you didn't get it with Christ. All that you will lose. And it's not that you didn't have it. It's not that you weren't a good person. It's not that you weren't the fly person or anything. It's just that God wasn't in the midst. The foundation was not built with him. Maybe along the way it built with him, but it wasn't structured enough. Because one person was in it and the other person was all over the place trying to think about how could they escape out of this marriage or out of this relationship. And you're the only one in there praying, and this person not praying back. So God gonna let them go because he already see through them and see through him or her. Doesn't matter which is which. And say, you know what, this person no longer good for you. So don't even bask in it. As this book here say. Don't even bask in it. And then that's when you have to make these decisions. When you look and you say, all right, am I just gonna keep going around and just having kids because I want to have kids or because they're cute? You know, you have the first one, you say, oh, it's so cute. Oh, I need to go for another one. Doesn't mean the other one gonna come out cute either. And then why should I have to struggle? I'm already struggling with two. I look at life different. You know, everybody's perspective is different. I believe if you have a family, like a union, like, you know, two people who love each other and willing to support each other, then fine, you know. But you gotta make sure that it's a commitment, not only between you and your partner, but also between you and God. You have to make that tough decision. The kids gonna get on your nerves either way. Whether you're in a single home or you're in a two-family home, the kids will get on your nerves because what you think the kids are, they're learning. But I don't believe in having no bunch of kids to suffer. Two is enough to suffer. When they grow past that, then we all can grow up and feel we can travel the world together. But having anything past two, no. If you have the family union and everything, you know, you're married and settle down and have that family bond and you're meant for each other and everything. Because mind you now, sometimes the words somebody will say to you to get you around them, when they get you around them, it's not the same word they're saying anymore. They start look at you like, oh, you're getting fat, oh, you ugly, oh, you this. They don't appreciate you no more. And those are not the person I wanted to sit down and just keep spreading my butter for. No. Not because, oh, you got cute kids, you should got more kids. No. Then you left me with them. Only time you keep going with a bunch of kids is if you have that mother figure and that father figure around. Because just having a bunch of kids and then you struggling with them. What? No. That's just my belief though, you know, family. Everybody believe different because I know a lot of people, they just love children. They don't even care if they have to struggle. They love kids so much that they will have their whole lot out. I don't got a whole lot to have no whole lot out. That's just my take, you know. And that's why I look at life and say, you know what? God give me my boys. And I remember I was checking to say when the big one is that age, I'm gonna be this age. And then I said, okay, when the big one is this age, I'm gonna be that age, you know. So I'm checking because my clock is going down. My clock is not going. Sorry, my clock is going up. My clock is not going down. That means I'm not getting any younger. I'm going up the ladder. So having a bunch of kids and then I have to struggle with it now. Because, you know, people are not genuine nowadays. Men are not loyal. Not all men, but some men are not loyal. You know, it's like they tell you stories to have you where they need to have you. And then you fall for all these things. I'm not going to keep falling for having nobody's children. I'm sorry. I'm not a donor. My body is not built to carry no donor.
One more.
So I have to be obedient to my body. I have to understand where my body is at and how much having two children where my body out. You think I would want to have another one? They could look like the diamond pearl, they could look like kings and queens. I was not built for that. No, I was built for two children. And God give me two boys. That means I could have half a dozen grandson or granddaughter from one and half a dozen from the other. They're not the one carrying home the journey. That's their wives, you know. And I tell them make sure they grow up big, take care of their job, take care of their work, and create their family and take care of what they need to take care. That's it. That's why God give me two boys and I asked for it. I remember when they couldn't even decipher the gender. I said, that's a boy. She said, how you know that's a boy? I dreamt saw the boy. Yes, I dreamt saw when I was pregnant and with this one. I couldn't when they said they can't see the gender or something.
Mommy, look
I
at this
remember
big crocodile I made. This is his mouth. These are arms. And this is a tummy.
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I dreamt saw the baby. He was I was at this time when I dreamt, I was like in Jamaica, and they have some veranda. We call them veranda, like you guys say porch, but it was wooden porch with the wooden sticks on there. And I came from the hospital, and I present the baby in the dream. I present the baby, and I say, "This is my baby." No clothes on from in the dream, and all you could see was his standing pipe looking at you and everything. And I said, that's a boy, that's a boy. And I said that was a boy, because they couldn't even decipher if he was a boy or girl. And say yes. Hey, Ansel Ray, how are you? Greetings. How are you doing? What are you doing, my sister? Greetings. So but that's just my take, family. I don't believe in no woman should just make no man brainwash them to have a bunch of kids and then left you with them, and then they fight you for the kids. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry, if you're the person who's gonna see yourself single after you're having children, there's no point in you having a bunch of kids to struggle. You struggle with two, that's good, because you need to balance, yeah. But anything else, no, I'm sorry. If you have that family structure and you want to have a bunch of kids,
Oh!
hats off, go for it. Cause you have the support, you have the structure and everything in. Go for it. You have the weird all, but having a bunch of kids, not worth it when you have to struggle. Plus, in this world that we're living in with so much mental health issues, so much crisis, preeclampsia, depression,
My look is
anxiety.
almost taller than me.
Oop, you're about to fall over. And all these things, I do not recommend. If you realize that you have two children, and you realize that the person who you had these kids with does become a detour. They just detour on you. They don't help you with the children. They don't help to take care of you either, like they used to before you have children or anything. What's the point in you keep having kids? At least you can't have children. And so I said two is enough. But if you have that structure where you're all in the same home and things are going good, not because you're in the same home, because sometimes you're in the same home and you're two different people in the home. You're two different green lizards in the house. We're not talking that structure. We're talking the structure that is built and God is in the midst. That's the structure we're talking about, where both of you are in a union and you believe that, even though in the Bible said we should multiply, but we're supposed to multiply when people are together. Why just having a bunch of kids to struggle? No. Struggle with two is enough, because then they will grow old and everything, and then you can have back your life. But not a bunch of kids. I would not recommend that. You know. And then you have to have them on the side of the street begging and all these things. If you had just had two, you could just go to the food pantry or anything and catch up some food for them or something and instill so much in them. But you have so much that it's difficult. Sometimes you want to do this, you want to do that. You're so stressed out, you're so depressed, father not doing their job. Sometimes even when you put them on child support, they're not doing their job same way. So only the job they do, they rather go sit down in jail instead of paying the child support. You have some monstrous people. I don't believe in you sitting down and just buttering your leg with a bunch of kids. Just to please who? You please the cuteness of children? No. Because then you're torturing them. And one, you won't be able to attend to all of them either. Some of them you're going to become a hateful person towards because they don't listen to you, especially the big ones. because they gonna feel like you love the little one more because the little one need more attention. He's so small. They have to get their diaper cleaned up by you and everything. So the big one now feel like, oh, I'm just pushed to the curve. No. And that's why everything I'm giving, I make sure I start with the big one. So he don't have to have that level of jealousy in him. And then, with two kids, I buy this for one, I buy this for the other one. Because I want them to have the balance, so they don't have to look at each other. But why does he have that and I don't have that? All that siren niceness. So you can't imagine you're a single parent with a whole bunch of kids. Nothing wrong with you having your kids because they're going to grow older. But I'm just saying, if you're not in a position to take care of your children, I would not recommend having a whole bunch of kids for everybody you see. No, that don't make no sense. And then some of them only want the kids with you and then they try to take you in court and fight for that kid. But they weren't doing nothing. But they're so happy to go fight for what they weren't taking care of. They left you to struggle, but now they're so happy. Oh, that woman not taking care of my kids, or that my name.
Hey, Mom, think I should put this on?
Leave the rest of your butter to go get a good education now while you have those two children, and get a good education or work help them at this level so that by the time they reach 10, when they reach 10 going on, you don't have that much hassle with them no more unless it's with their schoolwork and their behavior. You know what I mean? Certain things you don't have to worry about. And if you keep teaching your children, they understand. You know, they understand. But those bunch of kids by yourself, no, no. By yourself, no, not recommended at all. Especially if you desire if you have a life to create a life for them before you pass. Having a bunch of kids, no. No. Two, two, two. I don't believe in having one child. I believe in having two. Two is good enough, not one. And why I say not one, just God forbid if something should happen and you lose that one child, it can take your whole world apart. So I don't believe in one. I'd rather two. Well, you can lose both of them either way, but and you can't lose all of them either way. But I'm just saying, at least, God forbid. But you have the other one will not replace the other one. But you know what I mean. At least you can treasure the moments and treasure the life of the other one as well, to keep living and keep thriving. Yeah, but not no bunch of kids family because it's too hard, especially nowadays. And you see a bunch of people with the little kids on the side of the road, and I tell myself every time I see that, I say to myself, "Wow, thank God I made that decision for myself. No more kids." How you doing, my ND game? Greetings, greetings. How you doing? Greetings. I no. You got the family support, you got the structure and everything. Yes, good morning, my ND game. Blessing up, my brother. Bless up. You got the support. Kudos to you. But if you don't got that, I know if I have a bunch of family, but they're not here. So therefore, is no point in me. You know how many times I remember carrying my little one. Blessings, man. Blessing up, my brother. Bless up. I remember when they were younger and I'm carrying them. Anybody who know me can tell you. They see me carry the little one and I had the stroller and I put the car seat in the stroller, on top of the stroller. And then the part that carried the luggage, like the diaper and everything, that's what I toughed the big one into, to push the stroller on the street. You think I want that for myself again? God forbid. I know what I'm talking about. I literally, because I didn't have a stream, anything else for him. And sometimes he was walking, but he tired. Not because I'm grown and I'm walking fast. He can't manage all that walking. So I had to do what I had to do. I literally had to put him in there. I remember one time I take him to the school to his school, his first school he was going. And when I take him to the school in the stroller, he put his head out like a little turtle with his head out underneath where the diaper go, those thing there. And I remember when I pushed him to the school, the social worker said to me, when you reach halfway, you have to take him out. I understand you have to do what you have to do, but when you reach halfway, you have to take him out because it's not safe. You understand? So they don't want it on the compound because it's not safe, which I understand because let's say for example you're driving on the road and God forbid one crazy man or crazy car just come out and what I mean can cause harm. But God forbid, but God is always in the midst when you put him first and stuff. So you think I want to go back to relive all of those things? No way. No way. So when you have children and you have your first two children and you see how you had to struggle with them if you don't have no support system or something, that's it. That's it. You have to call a rap. You have to wrap it up. That's it. Yes. Because you don't have the support system and you have to tell yourself, I don't want to burden nobody down. Like no my car is done. I tell myself, I don't call nobody to ask them for no ride unless if it's an important thing that I have to get there by a certain time. But other than that, get a solution, the bike. Get the kids their bike and they're riding now. So the hustle of me, you have to carry one here, one here. Where's the other one gonna go? Where's the third one gonna go on my back? Then I have to eat some good old yam and banana and some dashina, some cocoa. Anybody know those kind of solid food there? Yeah? To keep my body firm and go to the gym to be a bodybuilder? No way. That's cute. So, no. But remember now, family, this is just my belief. Uh, if you left with a single mom and you have two children, I believe in two children. Two is good enough. And you're struggling, even if you wanted one more child. Don't bother sit down and say, oh, because Harry gonna come and talk nice. Harry gonna brainwash you. You have to make Harry work hard enough to show you that he care for you. Let Harry ready to settle down at everything. Harry not ready to settle down. Let Harry go. Because then he gonna come and he gonna play his part like he meant something to these children life. And then they gonna show you that I just use you as a bait to reel in mama, and then reel in mama, and then mama come along, and then okay, I give you my I give you my fish, and then you gone, I'm gone to the next person, and then you left to suffer with the kids. Me, all those monsters out there, they gonna feel the pain of the rod. I hope when my boys become successful in life, God forbid if I should not be here in this planet to see where they become, I hope these monsters, God take them home before me, because they will never reap the fruit of these children. I will tell these children, give it to the people who help them, and these are the people who help them. Give back to the government, give back to the pantries. That's where your help go. That's where you help people. You give back to these places that and I will make sure I make a list of those things. But you see those devious people who just hash their kids and leave them for you to struggle with them. Don't even let their family come around and tell you, oh, I'm your cousin. Don't even look at them, because at this point you're not family. Because if you're family, you can step up. Don't wait till the mama, oh, mama this. Who cares about what the mama this about? If you say you love your family, you support your family. Don't wait till you see they elevate, then you're going to call them family. What are you? You're an associate of the family. That any minute we can tell you evacuate. Don't come and see the kids rising and then you're going to be out here talking about my son. Which son? The one you didn't care of? No. You won't have a partake. I will tell the kids, give back to the donate, create a foundation where you can give back. That's how you play your part. You don't need no family then, because they weren't there for you. And I will only write on the people who were there for you. Yes, auntie and grandma. But get out my conversation. You finish your Legos, okay? So I don't want nobody feel like they're gonna come now. No, if you struggle with your children family and you remember who helped you, the pantries, the diaper banks, these people who were like parents like us or anything, those parents out there that never help their children should not get a dime from their kids. And if I should become some politician later on before I die in this world, I will make sure there's a law in. You claim nothing from these kids. If the government help the kids, the government get back the benefit to help keep generating, to help families who are in need. Not these little crooks that just lay their eggs and leave it right there to suffer, and then come later on when you see them become, oh, basketball champion, oh, soccer player, football player, big in the industry. No, they're ready. Oh, everybody ready now. I'm your cousin. I related to him. No, you're related to the devil. You go somewhere with your devil talk. Because when that child was little, none of you see to say, you know what, my brother not doing nothing, my sister not doing nothing. Let me step up. All these little, let me slow it down. Let me slow it down. I don't want to go overboard. Let me slow it down. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to make a note. God spare my life to tell my kids who you should help. These family that gonna come or this that I pray they go before me anyhow.
I want to make another swing.
So that I don't have to worry. Because then the rest of family is just gonna be make associates.
Sweetie?
No.
That's what it was.
They're just gonna be associates. They ain't gonna get nothing from my kids because I'm gonna make sure you give back to these places that were there for you when you were little. Those are the places you give back to. Why you giving back to people who didn't even care for you? For what? When they're sick and they die in bed, they need $5 million because you have a $5 million company. You're supposed to sell it to give to them. Let them rot in hell. It's my indication. You're telling the truth. There's too many people that do that and take advantage later on when they didn't care in the beginning. Exactly. But there need to change some of these laws and said if the government help those kids and they help them when they were younger, those are what they give back to. So you can keep rotating to help other parents that are going to come up in the same bracket like you when you needed help. Not the people who didn't do care nothing. Yeah? You remember Shaq O'Neal father coming up to talk about my son? And he didn't even take care of that boy. He called his stepfather father. So some of these lazy men and women, because women sometimes to drop their kids and leave it there. What 9-month woman carry a belly for 9 months and they drop their kids and gone? What? Even some of them being bullied out of getting their kids away from them. Monsters! Help that woman raise the kids. You act like you carry the child for 9 months. Fighting. What you fighting for? Oh, it's my sperm. She could have killed that baby and you wouldn't have no worries about sperm. They don't want to mess with me. You know, anybody see me and know me, they walk far because they don't want to mess with me. Yeah? But they're not going to give them nothing, I'm telling you. Only thing I'm going to tell my kids to give back to is the food pantries that help us day in, day out. When I mean help us day in, day out, they are the father for the children. When those government age places that help these kids, they are the father of my children. You think those fathers with their non-combo self can come and talk about, oh, but your mother was this? Get thee behind you, little witch.
That's for the people who fix my bike in your bike.
Yeah, the people who supported us along the way. Those are the people. Even if they were in for a season, those are the people you give back in honor of them, even if they're no longer here. Those are the people who stepped up to be a father to your children. Think about it, people. No, you're deadbeat. When people say deadbeat daddies, I don't say deadbeat. I say they dead. Why should I put nice name on them? Call them beat what? No, dead. They dead. I don't call them no deadbeat. They're dead. I will never talk about no deadbeat. Deadbeat for what? They're dead. Because it's only when you're dead you can't support your children. You see what I'm saying? So why would I call them deadbeat? No. Once you're dead, you're resting. Because you must rest in. R.I.P. to them. May they soul rest in peace while they're still alive. They don't want to test me. My children will give them nothing. Don't even look at them. I tell my sons, don't even argue with them. Let them live their life like two little monstrous person. Donors. Same way they make you look like a donor, they're going to be donor in your life because they're going to need something. People forget that your children are growing. So when you spite the parent, when you spite the mama, and you don't think you're spiting your children, it's affecting your child. Because if mama couldn't do this or you could have done this for your child and you're not willing to do it. You know, some of them use excuses. They don't want me to see my children. Why are you so lie? Which courthouse can you go into and tell the judge and the judge believe you? Unless that judge not taking care of their children either. Some of you use the easiest excuse not to take care of your children or not to see your children, blaming the mama. When you were creating the children, did you say, I couldn't see my sperm? I didn't know I was coming? Did you say any of that? But your dumb military self can speak now. Just remember, you're getting old. You're not getting young. And those kids not gonna need your family either. And I don't care what will you go right and say, oh, remember I got a son out there. That will ain't gonna go nowhere because my children will not be a part of your will. Keep your deadbeat will. Keep your dead will. Don't write nothing left for the child because guess what? The child don't need it. Because when I'm done with my child, they go get a good education. They ain't gonna need nothing off your will. Keep the will for the ones you got out there and teach them how to be selfish and kind to others. You keep that dead will of yours. Some of you walking around are called deadbeat. Deadbeat? What? You're dead. R.I.P. Dead alive. You dead. In my book, you're dead. Deadbeat. Too nice. My nigga, see you. But it's too bad, again. Some of these people think that they're chastising the mother. Oh, the mother miserable. Oh, come at me because I'm very miserable. Come out for me, and I will tell you. But guess what? You're gonna understand. You don't want to take care of your kids, no problem. Just remember, you're getting older. You're gonna need extra diaper, and sometimes the ones you take care of are not the one who wipe you behind. Mine will not wipe you behind. I don't even want them to wipe mine. Let them go take care of their wife and family that they got. That's what I'm teaching my children, to get a good education, take care of their family. Don't be like your dead daddy. Some people would say they're deadbeat. Think about it. Why are you giving them a nice name? Beat. You know how beat nice? They should not get that name. You can go create a beat for yourself. Give them the name dead. That's it. Dead, R.I.P. Rip. That's why I don't want to have no more kids. Yeah? You see me walking around, you probably say, where is the daddy? Don't ask where is the daddy. You ask where is your daddy. Because there are many people who would like to ask where is the kid's daddy. They don't got no daddy, they say, but they're the first one to ask, where is your daddy? And you ask them, do you got a daddy? And they shut up quick. And then some people too, you got to understand this too. Because a lot of people now, because they see they grow, they have a man now, and the man is there with them. Sometimes they're there with you now, but in the long run, they're not with you. I've seen so many people, 20, 30-year relationship just fall apart. Who fall apart within that equation? The children. So even though sometimes you may raising your children and you see your family there, but sometimes after that, the structure just break apart. Sometimes they were just in the relationship just for the sake of the children, but unhappy as hell, and they still affect the children because children can scent. You know what I mean? So all these things, but you go away with your dead self. R.I.P. Rip. And then you want to come now. Oh, it's my son. He's so big. Boy, go back to your mama. Because your mama didn't even teach you how to take care of your own self. So therefore, you don't even know how to take care of nobody. Go back to your mama. Go get some lesson. I hope she got some. I used to ask. I said, which cow got some of us? Because you got to come from a cow. Can't come from a human being. And then deadbeat. There's no way I'm going to say deadbeat to you. You are dead. R.I.P. Rip. May your soul rest in real life until the day of judgment. Rip. Same way you rip your children apart for them to suffer because you're punishing the mama. Oh, same way your life gonna be punished alive. Rip. When you have all the diabetes, the cancer, the arthritis, the whatever, don't call. Okay, sometimes the ones you take care of don't even care about you. Because sometimes you treat them bad too. Don't call. Your prayer will not be answered over here. If you see my boys on national TV, which they will, don't even call. Don't even reach their number because they will not be available to call. Because the first thing I'm gonna tell them, you make sure you tell them what I tell you. Dead. R.I.P. I thought you were dead. Okay, well keep dying. If you didn't dead, keep dying slowly. Bye. Because all these fancy things we putting up about, don't tell the kids that, don't. That's why kids come out like this. You know, they don't got no mind of their own because we are sugarcoating. Sugarcoating what? Deadbeat? No, you dead. No more kids for this girl, hey? Raising my leave me alone. That's just for me to take care of my boys and get on with life and enjoy life with them. And when I'm in a better position where I can do the much what I want to do with them, give back to the community that take care of my children, which were their father, which was the pantries and the agencies who help them. Otherwise, from that, no family matter. The only family matter and the only family and friends matter is the one that support them. Other than that, RIP to the rest of you. Bye. Don't come in when you see my kids out there playing probably basketball because the little one aspire to be a basketball, swimming, running, whatever they try to aspire to do and everything, and they make the team or the national this or they walking around with their big chain or whatever. God spare their life and God spare my life to see all of that. Don't be walking on your hook stick asking for forgiveness. We already forgive you, but there's no place over here for you. Rip. Keep ripping. You wreck the kid's life and then come for forgiveness. Yeah, we forgive you a long time. That's why we move on. But you don't come now and say, oh, because of your mama. Oh, mama's story end. Mama raised her two boys by herself. You go to hell with your story. That story ain't gonna resonate because when those kids need you from when they're in daycare or whatever, when they're in kindergarten, when they're ripping up the place, tearing up the place, and mama can't even call you because you were busy with somebody else's kid. Please keep being you. Keep being the way you are because these kids are gonna learn how to become not just a monstrous, powerful voice they gonna have, but you gonna stay right where you at with your raggedy self. Rip, stay rip. You rip the kids apart, I'm gonna rip you apart. Some of you going to courthouse telling the judge, oh, but they don't want to see my kid. You figure out how you create the child? Fool. You figure out how you create the child? You fool. The judge didn't see that either. You fool. I didn't even see that either. You fool. Rip. Oh, he's a deadbeat. I will not call you deadbeat. R.I.P. Rip. Don't come when you see my kids, them look trash, look dapper, look fly. Don't come when you see them like that. Keep the same energy you had when you were young and raggedy. I call it raggedy, young and raggedy because you were young and dumb. Keep that same energy. Because when my kids grow older, I'm going to make sure they have a foundation to give back to the people who help them. You know, like contribute to those organizations that so they can continue to impact more lives. Not impact your life. They don't need nothing from you now. They're big. What they need from you? Rip. They need to rip you apart. That's what they need from you. My biggest, you are strong. That's what your boys need. Teach them how to fish, and you will give them all the skill they need. Exactly. We don't need them to go over here to talk about no rip. I'm gonna rip you apart when I'm done with you. You ain't gonna come over here and talk about you're gonna be ripped. But no, there's no but, baby. You got a mind of your own. We all born with a mind of our own. And when you're creating, don't do that. When you're creating your children with somebody, it doesn't matter who you create your children with. You can't just leave that child in the equation to suffer. And some of you are so worthless. Only thing you can survive off or to take care of your children is child support. Worthless. You're still deadbeat. Because if the Lord didn't enforce you to take care, then you still want to take care of those children. So rip. All you would be doing is fighting around, cussing the mama, oh, she's a this, she's a that. Please. I don't know. So don't come. Take your illiterate brain back to your mama. Stay with your mama. And then you're trying to make yourself look good. Please, you forgot nobody see when you had put that sperm there. Nobody see. I didn't even see because I couldn't look down. Don't come after me. When you see my children out there, don't even tell the other children, oh, that's your brother. That's it. Nope. They're not related. Neither by blood nor none. They're not related. You stay out there with your raggedy life. Continue on that path. My kids lose all the life of years from you because of the decision you make. Why should I? Why should they? They will forgive you. I will tell them to forgive you, but have nothing to do with you. Because when they forgive you, it's their peace of mind they're creating so that they can be better for their family. But nothing to do with you. Rip, rip, rip. You rip the children life apart, they're gonna rip yours apart. But your rip is RIP. May your soul rest in hell. And so all of you did, oh, they don't want me to see my kids making noise. You forgot when you were creating it, you weren't making that much noise. Your sound was sounding like an offbeat. That's why you call get dead the name deadbeat. That's why you get the name deadbeat. I will not call you that. You're dead. The law need to start change too. Anytime you don't take care of your children, and they need to put it out there. So anytime nobody take care of their children, and it's one parent taking care of the children, and the government have to intervene and help. Anytime those children grow older or so, they donate back to the organization, not to the other party. And if anything should happen to those children, nothing goes to the other party of that family. Goes back to the government because those who help elevate those children. So you guys get nothing from those children. I see how some of you feel. Because life can hit us hard, you know? Life can put us in another position that is unbelievable. You might need your son help or your daughter help. It's a beautiful conversation. I think I'm going to continue some of it because I have a 10 o'clock live, my sister. Okay, oh, you have a 10 o'clock live? All right, no problem. I'll join you there shortly. Blessings, blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you. As I said, if you don't have a support system, do not have a bunch of children. Because when you have to struggle with them, sometimes you don't have a proper transportation, or some places you live, you need transportation. Not everywhere you live, you need transportation. Because some places just quick and fast. But like in our Sino era, so you need a transportation. Because you have to take the kids out in the cold while they live in their lavish life. And then later on, say, it's my son, or tell the daughter that's my son. Take that name off the will. Don't create no will with that child name in there. Keep that child name out the will. You tear them apart enough, the less they know about you, it's better for them. They will just go on, even if mama passed and gone. They will still go on with just who they know around them. They wouldn't need you then, and they wouldn't need the family then. They wouldn't need the deadbeat family. They wouldn't need the dead family. So you keep the energy. Yeah? So we ain't gonna stay long, but I want people to understand. Don't wait till you see people, because I've seen a lot of children elevate to the next level. And families and friends, families coming by. Oh, that's your son. You see, if you had take care of your son, no, they don't need you now. Those sons and daughters that you neglect when they were little, they're gonna become somebody in life. They don't need you now. But you are gonna need them. And why I say some of you gonna need them? Because some of you are eating alive. Some of you are feeling the wrath of how you treat others. You might not say it to the immediate family you're with, mind you. But the pressure that you're feeling on the inside is just eating your way alive. Some of you feel so guilty and don't even willing to make it right for your children because you're carrying feelings. What feelings you carrying? And you made the decision, so what feelings you carrying? what feeling you're carrying. That's why family listen to me, man. Young girls out there, you have children or so, you see that they're not stepping up to take care of your children. You continue to step up, take care of your children. There are plenty places out there you can get little help for your children. Encourage your children when they grow older to give back to those same communities so they can continue to bless, to create a pathway to bless other family that are coming up like that. And you don't have another bunch of children. Again, you don't care how much good this gonna come around you. They're gonna have to show you differently. The application can't be the same like everybody else you pass through. You know, doctor. You know, doctor for everybody's store. But they keep their store and go about their business. You know, and sometimes you're not even single and you're in the house sometimes and you'll catch hell because you alone to take care of the children. They don't spend a day with them. Oh, but I'm the one working. The kids don't really care about that because they're paying attention. Daddy never spend no day with me, always busy. Some of you don't even care. And then when the kids grow up and being resentful of everything, you're mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, deadbeat. You know. But you have good fathers out there who step up to the plate and take care of their children. You know. You have good people, they have good women out there who take care of their children too. So continue to do what you're not doing out there, you know. And to all the deadbeat families, you better start step up because some of you, once the man not take care of children, all on are mad with the family and ready to trash talk somebody, but they can't come to me in my face and trash talk me, you know. They gotta go behind me. They gotta drive on the other part of the road because they know me. You don't come with your trash talk self. Okay, we're not playing that game.
You said you were the Diana Ross of the group, and you realized you wanted to be an entertainer for the rest of your life.
Because I've seen it happen so many times. And then they start to talk, oh, but this the woman didn't want me to see my kids. Please, you're born with a mind. They said children were born with the innate ability to learn. Even when you pass the children's stage, you're gonna grow up and still have that ability. So when you tell yourself you don't got that ability, you're lying to yourself. But it's what you're stuck into. You're stuck in a world like, okay, I'm not helping this person. I don't like this person no more. So you don't like your children. I can't stand this person, then you go out there and lie to the other woman, and the other woman so dumb. If you have a man, this is how I look at life. If I got a man and he's not taking care of his children or his child he have with somebody else, I don't care how much he taking care of mine, he got to take care of that child because I'm not putting on a ring on my finger for a man who not taking care of the other children he got out there with somebody else. For what? Sooner or later he will not take care of mine either. It's just a matter of time for it to show. And then you go back in a courthouse because a lot of women think that, oh, this man not taking care of his child, so he gonna take care of yours. But it's only for a matter of time for it to show that he not gonna take care of yours, and then all of you gonna go to child support, and guess who go laugh? The baby mama. And laugh after you. And guess what? They say you can't play no game with these they call it bobblehead. The ones who not taking care of their kids. You can't play no games with them. Cause they're playing around. They're playing around. You gotta take care of your youths, you know. Get out. Nah. You know. You gotta take care of your youths. Take care of them. Don't wait till it's late. But mama, this papa, please. You sound retarded. Take care of your youths. And you won't regret. Because I know somebody before they passed, they write in their will that they had, I think, 3 or 4 kids. I'm like, what? They got that much kid and nobody know of it. None of the family member. But in their conscience, they write it in their will. I call it conscience will. In your conscience, you write it in your will. You should be ashamed of yourself. And then you're full of excuse. Then stop planting sperm everywhere if you know you can't, you know, have enough bag feed if you take care of all the kids. Stop planting sperm everywhere. That's why I mean, 2 is enough for me. Because I'm not walking around looking like no melted butter for nobody. just melting my legs away if we have bunch of kids for you. Oh, they cute. Oh, they pretty. Oh, they are long here. Oh, please, for what? Kids are not handbags. So having enough handbag, Louis Vuitton and Louis Vuitton and what is it, Versace or whatever they call it. That's the two name brand I got. That's enough. Versace and Louis Vuitton. That is enough. No more. Cause then everyone else are gonna become our knockoff. Please. So young people out there, you have children and you see you got two. And you see nobody, are you alone struggle with them? Not one more. No more. And you alone and struggle with them. No matter how you love children, but they don't deserve to be suffering. Sometimes is the one that born before you have to store their clothes and you have it for the next one. And so, and then they have to keep wearing it. Sometimes you feel so bad, you say, let me go get me one new outfit for the little one. Because the father not stepping up to do his duty. And some of them only on child support, they live and not talk about them a man. Them a take care of them kids. True child support. If you were a man, you wouldn't be on child support. If you were doing what you were supposed to be doing, some of you wouldn't even be on it. But some of you have no reason. And then some of you other ladies, let me talk to you now about something. So some of you one time a man pick on up and on know say man a picnic with somebody else. On go on like say I found a 5-star picnic then when him have with only picnic if he have around or if he be around. Excuse me? What you think you be? He have kids before you. And being a good woman, if you go and date a man or marry a man that have children, you make sure he's taking care of those kids. Just do not put a ring on your finger. Because if he's not taking care of those kids, it's only a matter of time for him not to take care of yours. No matter how much a bullbuck you are. Because if he's not taking care of the ones he had before, you think he's going to take care of yours? He will not. So all of you, I met my husband, If you have children and he's not taking care of the kids, first thing you know before you let that man propose to you. Because if he's not taking care of his kids, he will not take care of yours either. If you're going to understand that. And don't let he lie to you. You have to see some evidence to say he's taking care of them. He's spending time with them when he's supposed to. Even if he's on child support, he get them when he needs to get them free time and spend time with his kids. Not spending no time with them don't make no sense. Because some of you just want the ring to tell your family, oh, he proposed to me, he married to me. Foolish girl. Desperation. And then you put the ring on and you can't live in peace. You make sure he's taking care of your kids. Because you will never be happy. Because you know in the fact that he have kids out there, you still living in guilt. Because it's only a matter of time for their kids to run into him or he run into the kids. And he probably drive and see his baby mama walking with the kids and him and you dumbass in the car driving around and he see that kid. Do you know how he feel? He felt like he want to let go of that steering wheel. He ain't gonna tell you. He probably have his heart pumping like you probably as a dumb one sit up in the front seat say, honey, what is that? Why you look like that? Nothing. Lying to you. Cause you dumb. He felt bad. He just saw his baby mama walking with his kid on the road while he driving your double literate ass around. Only with a ring on your head. Nothing else. Empty. He will be mad because he saw his kid walking while he transporting you around like a transport authority. So don't be married to no man if he not taking care of his kids. If a man have children, nothing wrong with if he have children and you want to marry him. If he's not taking care of his kids, you make sure you get that up to par before. Because if he not taking, whether they are on child support or not, if he not taking care of them, baby love, he ain't gonna take care of yours. He gonna take care of your knock, but he ain't gonna take care of your kids. Because some of you assume that, oh, he loved me. Is me, he want. Oh, please, all those stories is like stories of tomorrow. They're not born yet. Please. If a man not taking care of his child, encourage him to take care of his children. See some evidence, see some result. Be a beacon in his way. And that's why you see a lot of relationship that you see last up till this day. Because those ladies didn't just want their husband to be a husband to them and be a father to their children. They stood up and make sure he took care of business. Because those kids didn't ask to be here. And some of you married to man and think that those kids asked to be here. No, love those kids.
You know, I didn't. You never told them this. I told them I was
Love them.
but not in engagement.
When they don't love you, when you're them, you gonna have tanglement. You let them know you're not the one, but you gotta love on them.
Y'all see that Diana Ross post?
But some of you just want the ring. Oh, he papa see me look at the but his kids is out there hungry.
Rehearsal, and look, I got
Oh, he love me, fool.
extra. You had boots on the ground before. Oh,
But his kids is out there hungry. Are you so worked up of a ring? Some of these ring people giving you nowadays, they don't have no meaning because they walk out the relationship before 2 years. They don't got no meaning because they weren't built on a foundation with God in the midst. Because you were having the Christ like behavior, he didn't have it.
I have.
And I'm telling you from now. So anybody, if you go have a man and you love him, and he say he love you, and he have children out there, if he not taking care of his children, you will never be happy because he can flourish you with vanity, but deep down inside he is guilty as charged. You know how a lot of men tell me how they feel when they see their children and they can't get to take care of their children according to them with their lioness.
The book reveals some of the biggest bombshells that really have been kept behind closed doors.
Gotta cut that up, people.
Miss Tina being diagnosed with
And all you female who so desperate for a ring on your finger, know the purpose of the ring, baby.
family got her through it all.
Some of you only want to know the man finance because he can take care of you. But what about these kids that are out there hungry?
Talking about how my girls
What about those children? What about those kids that are hungry that he have out there?
and later
Make a difference in those children's life.
about infidelity. Talk about it all.
Don't be out there on the collecting like you're a bill collector. Collect every dime from the man and his kids can't get nothing. His kids don't have nothing to do with his baby mamas. But if the kids are young, the baby mama have to come in and get when if you get it, you can still give the baby mama things without even say a word to the baby mama. You come here, be respectful, you say hello, good evening. I'm here to see my son, or I'm here to see my daughter. You see your children or you hand the envelope or whatever you need to hand. If you want your evidence, just snap a picture. But you handing it over. Technology taking over now, so there's no excuse. So I'm not gonna stay long with your family, but I'm just gonna tell you guys from now. Don't have a bunch of kids. If you got 2 kids, cause 2 is good enough. And you realize that nobody not helping you with them. The dead, the RIP not helping you with them. Those deadbeat you call deadbeat the dead, not helping you with them. The live dead, not helping you with them. You don't need to have any more kids. Because then they become burden to society. You don't need to have a bunch of kids then. Because they're gonna become burden to society. Because they're the deadbeat, which is the dead, the live dead. Problem gonna become somebody else's problem. The government problem, the pantry's problem, and all these problems. Because you're gonna have to go there to hustle for your kids. Or if you have, because sometimes you have a job and it's not many enough, it's just enough to pay the bills. You see what I'm saying? Because not everybody have a big job, so you gotta understand that. So not to say you don't have a job, but it's not many enough to make stretch the way you want it to stretch. You gotta understand that. All right. So all these people out here and all these stupid females who just run into marry to a man and don't think about. And some of you talking about you got baby daddy. You gotta remember, you have you're pregnant or you're on the verge of having a child. A man will stood there with you, play you like a
Currently on an international book tour, but first he is
and build you like a Lego
the Tan
until he's ready to let you go. So you have to prepare for everything. He will make you think that he with you. Sometimes he not with you, he just there to knock you up the head and make you feel like you're the best person God put in front of him. And then you realize, okay, I finally get what I want. Then I can go on to the next victim.
Your last mammogram was 2 years
So you
prior.
gotta be prepared. So when you talk about you got baby daddy, I want one of you come and say, where's my baby daddy? Because cuss you out and ask you, how were you raised? And if you can answer that, then you don't need to come at me. Because sometimes you have an equation there and it's still not mapping. So you might as well say you're raised in a single home family. So don't come after nobody. Just do your job and take care of what you need to take care of and keep going, you know what I mean? Don't detour nowhere else. You just keep going. Don't ask somebody about the baby daddy or anything because that's not the baby daddy problem. If you want to date the baby daddy, you could go hunt for the baby daddy. You don't need to ask a woman or anything about the baby daddy because guess what? You asking sometime and one, you didn't even raise with a father figure. Sometimes they're in the house and they're not there. You don't go smell their present. Sometimes you see them and they're not there. Because they don't care about neither you nor the old lady.
Cancerous tissue removed.
So don't come out and ask somebody about where's their baby daddy. If you can help somebody, you help somebody. If you can't help them, then you're part of their problem. So leave. Anyway, family, let me go take my lovely garbage out of here and finish up some irritating paperwork and then hit the road like a jack. Me and my boy go ride, hit the road like a jack. What good family, have a blessed day, and I'm gonna hop over somebody channel here and everything. So God bless you all. Bye bye.
Still finding the words then to discuss the experience of cancer, but that had been my witnesses, my daughters and